It's never easy to win a conference title, but 25 years later, the stats sure seem stacked against the 1995 Lycoming softball team, the only team in program history to win one. 0 games played on campus. The Warriors' home was Elm Park, located 4 miles from campus. 30 games in 44 days, the team's competitive season boiled down to just a touch over 6 weeks long, mostly during Williamsport's April. 15 teams in the MAC and just 4 postseason slots. Only the top 2 teams on each side of the conference, the 8-team Commonwealth League and 7-team Freedom League, earned a berth in the tournament. 3 wins in 1 day. That was the final obstacle, but we'll talk more about that later. The Warriors entered the season with momentum on their side. Pitcher Marybeth Schwindenhammer led the Warriors to a program-best 15-5 season in 1994, going 14-5 in her rookie season. The team also returned an all-conference double-play combination in Susan Leutner and Jennifer DeSanto. The trio, along with 4 other returning starters, gave Lycoming a solid core. Indeed, the Warriors rushed out of the gates, going 8-3 during the season's first 2 weeks, with Jersey Shore native Sally Snyder throwing a no-hitter in her first career start, pacing the Warriors to a 13-0 win over Marywood. The Freedom League scheduled opened with an impressive performance against Drew, as Snyder and Schwindenhammer each tossed shutouts. By the time the Warriors traveled to Scranton on April 19th, the team was 15-4 and 7-1 in the league. Down 3-0 in the 7th, Erica Weaver, the team's new catcher, smashed a 3-run homer before Annette Weller singled in the winning run in the top of the 13th inning of what is still the longest game in school history, giving Lycoming a program record 16th win. 3 days later, the Warriors clinched the Freedom League's regular season title with a pair of 5-inning wins over Delaware Valley, finishing the regular season 18-7. The team had 2 weeks from the end of the season to the start of the postseason, time for finals and time to rest before the start of the 4-team tournament at Zins Park in Denver. A 4-run 5th inning by Messiah in the tournament opener helped it to a 7-2 win, immediately putting Lycoming's backs against the wall, facing an elimination game immediately after the opening loss. Schwindenhammer delivered a 5-hit shutout against Wilkes, though as Annette Weller and Linda Thomas each tripled and scored in the win, and Justine Girardi added 2 hits, a double, and an RBI. The win advanced the Warriors to a 10 a.m. elimination game against Messiah the next day, just 13 hours after the end of the game with Wilkes. The Warriors sent Snyder to the circle, and she delivered 7 10 shutout innings, matching the Falcons, which also threw out zeros. With 2 outs in the 8th, though Weller drew a walk and Girardi and Kim King singled before Tressa Brown tripled to right, opening up the game before Snyder shut the door on the Falcons in the 8th, a 4-0 win. Lycoming had beaten the defending MAC champions, the team that had beaten it in the conference final in 1994. Now the Warriors had to win twice in a row against Moravian, the heavy favorites to win the conference title with 31 wins on the season. Lycoming answered the challenge early in the first game against the Greyhounds, scoring 2 two-out runs in the first inning and 8 in the second. Brown and Weaver had RBI triples and Weller and DeSanto RBI doubles, while Schwindenhammer slammed the door shut in a 10-2 5-inning win. The Warriors kept the pressure on the championship, scoring 4 runs in the second with a 5-hit frame, and closing the game out with 5 runs in the last 4 innings. Schwindenhammer threw 3 scoreless innings of relief to secure the 9-3 win. That Saturday, Brown went 8 for 10 with 2 triples, 5 RBI, and 5 runs. Snyder won 2 games and Schwindenhammer won 1 and saved 1. In the days that followed the program's first MAC championship, Schwindenhammer and Snyder both earned first-team All-Freedom League honors, and Thomas earned first-team All-Conference honors as center fielder. Weaver earned second-team All-Conference honors as a utility player. 4 members of that team went on to earn induction in the Lycoming Athletics Hall of Fame in Schwindenhammer, Weller, Weaver, and Leutner. When head coach Kristen Ditzler stepped down as the softball coach in 2008, she was one of just 3 coaches in MAC history to win 200 games. The team's 22-8 record stood as the mark for the program's most wins for 22 years before the 2017 team won 24. All it took to get there was a stretch where they won 4 games in a 24-hour span to become champions.
And Justine, I still think of the Scranton game, and that was the coldest game your father ever was at. And he's always said that, whether it be football or anything, he always said that the softball game at Scranton was the coldest game, the coldest he's ever been in his entire life.
I think I went over in between games and told him he could go home, and I think he said thank you. I think they left.
But I can clearly remember that game.
It was snowing.
Yes, yes.
Freezing.
Awful. And it was freezing.
Those were the days before Under Armour. Did you guys see like our really cool turtlenecks that said Lycoming?
I'm sorry.
I love the picture of you three though, JJ, Nettie, and Justine. That was awesome. That was a good one.
Uniforms have come a long way.
Oh my gosh.
Erica, I don't remember you hitting a home run.
Oh, I do.
That's great. You had to run for it.
You what?
I had to run for it.
Okay. I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. There weren't very many fields that we had a fence that you could hit it over.
No.
I mean, I don't even think there were any. Over? I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't remember your home run, unfortunately.
Well, it was cold. It was time to go home.
A lot of that. I forgot the 13-inning game. I remember it was long, but I didn't realize that. So that was that was awesome. I got chills a little bit going back there. It was fun. We had some good times.
I didn't know it was 13 innings. I just knew
No.
I just knew it was really, really cold.
I just know MB was like a machine.
I know. I remember stretching your arm out almost every game, and we would do those exercises for your arm.
It was a little busy.
Good times.
And you always looked down before you threw.
Yep.
Bang.
Remember?
Not as impressive as my stance before Justine and JJ knew me when I was that ridiculous one.
No, you knelt like all the way down.
Yeah. We played, my high school played Williamsport when I was a senior, right?
Yeah, I was a senior,
Yeah.
I think.
And
No,
what
you would have been a senior. I was a junior. Right? That was
Yeah, I'm a year older than you.
Mary Beth, did you hit?
Heck no, man. I ran like a duck. I couldn't hit. Remember,
You hit a few times though.
I hit a triple one time.
Yes, because I'm picture of you doing this.
But you always told me I ran like I had pianos tied to my ankles, and Robin would scream, "Quick like a bunny!"
Like a bunny.
But it would not work.
It did not go over well in our minds, Robin, but I guess it worked. It infuriated us to get going.
I just know, shouts out to Weaver, her and I had a thing. So I always tell my son, when he pitched a little bit, it didn't go very far. I was like, you gotta have that thing. I'm like, Weaver knew just what to do. She's like, we knew.
Well, whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Wow.
Yeah. I think, weren't they
Wait, can we go back to the Del Val game?
Oh, wow.
Is that the game that we forgot?
We got benched.
We forgot the equipment.
Oh, I don't remember that. Del Val.
We forgot the equipment, and didn't we have to?
We
turn
forgot
around
the
and go
equipment,
What?
and there was a benching, yes.
Yes. JJ and I got benched.
Yep, only time I
remember it.
Yes, because I played shortstop.
You played shortstop? Did we win?
That game.
sure.
Yeah, they weren't very good, I don't think.
They had a train. Didn't they have a train that went by their field?
We forgot the equipment.
I think you forgot the equipment.
Yes.
Did Joe do that?
We
Don't blame
showed
Joe.
up without the equipment.
Did you see Joe in that one picture?
Yeah, poor Joe.
Poor Joe. Don't blame him.
Yeah.
And
Take it.
I don't remember Tressa Brown having all those.
What? Oh.
I remember she had a spectacular, 8 for 10. I forgot how good it was, but
Yeah, that was really cool. Do you remember where we played, you guys?
Moravian, right?
No.
You like it?
Where?
Denver, Peter.
Denver, Zins.
Remember Tim's Park?
Lynn's Diner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the diner.
Yeah. And all you did was play miniature golf. Don't you remember?
I didn't play this.
No.
All you wanted to do was play miniature golf. It was right next door. No, no one remembers that.
I'm sure you didn't let us.
No, not at all.
I remember it was warm.
Yeah, it was really warm.
The last play of the championship game, JJ got a line drive and caught it.
That's really good, MP.
Yeah, Jay.
For that?
You were packing up the equipment.
Were you?
Hey, I'm glad you weren't against that game. Although we would have got it. It would have been okay.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
We had I'm sure we had a designated hitter, but we never had any of that DP or stuff. That came way later. I don't know.
We did it the old-fashioned way.
Yes, you did. You really did.
The better way.
With the old-fashioned bat.
Yeah, I know, right?
How about it?
Yeah, we don't have composite bats.
guarantee the bats didn't cost what I paid for my.
No, not even close.
Oh my goodness.
It was we had team bats and team helmets.
And we shared
Oh,
And
helmets.
no lights.
Oh my
No
God.
lights.
Wow, it was,
God,
Probably now you tell all your children these sports that we had to wear helmets and bats, and they still don't appreciate it.
No.
No, they
And
don't.
pinstripe uniforms.
I hear how that was back then. That was in your day.
We didn't have the pinstripes, I don't think. Did we?
I
That was Sally after us. I think it was the year after.
After, yeah.
I thought you were Sally's year.
Sally was a year at least behind us. Yeah.
And I was behind, 1 year behind them.
Oh, was she your year, Erica?
Yes.
And
I
Linda.
think, and I think we got the pinstripes our senior year.
They were in.
Then
my mom made a scrapbook and I showed my girls and my girl said, "Your batting average sucked."
because we didn't have composite bats.
Well, exactly. I said, well, I was more of a defensive player than.
The pitching was really, really good.
Yeah.
Like it was really good.
Your defense was all very good.
Yeah.
Defense was good and the pitching was good.
And the
Only
pitching
to score a run.
And the pitching we faced was really good. If you think, like, there's some really good pitchers in that league. Some really good ones.
Messiah, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so good at everything.
Yep.
And everything.
Speaking of the bats, so Coach Ditzler, just so you all know, Coach Ditzler walks into my practices and the first thing she does is pick up one of those, like, you know, because now they're like $300, $400 bats. She picks it up like it's a lightsaber, and she thinks that she thinks that it's like this magic tool, but you know, it's still the same bat. You still have to be able to make contact with the ball to hit it, so it doesn't really change anything. It's just more expensive.